Hello and welcome to Benz Addiction. This W124 is slowly and gradually but surely moving toward perfection. But from day one thing was annoying me, and that was the rear suspension height. The height with the tank almost full is even higher than the front. I show you with a ruler on the fender. I cannot really accept the rear suspension to be in higher level than the front suspension. That's an absolute no from me. So today we're going to find out why the rear of the car is higher. So the clearance at the front is about 50 mil and 75 millimeter in the back. We've got an inch extra in the back while our fuel tank is almost full, and I'm pretty sure we won't have any passengers in the back seat. This is not going to be used as a taxi or something, therefore I'm going to have a look at the springs and see the rubber underneath, what thickness they are, and try to solve this issue and lower the rear suspension by almost an inch. The problem is really acute with these narrow tires. They're only 195 of the thickness, so the rims are only 15-inch, and that makes the rear of the car look a bit ridiculous, which I don't like. Make sure you use proper jack stand because safety is first, and then I'm using these type of spring compressors to remove the springs and not remove any bolts and nuts. That makes the process hopefully much quicker and easier. So bad news is that these spring compressors are not good enough for the rear suspension. They're too big, they cannot be fitted properly. Maybe for the front suspension, but not for the rear suspension for W124. Don't waste your time and money on these for the rear suspension. And then I'm going to unbolt that bolt over there in the middle, but be cautious. You need to jack up that piece over there to be able to remove the spring that still has some tension on spring. Make sure you follow the safety rules, of course. And to do so, I'm going to remove the plastic from it to make the job easier. So there's a plastic piece underneath that I'm going to remove. There's only two 10mm bolts. So I'm using number 19 to remove those. $19mm bolt and nut with two washers removed, and gently lower the jack. Okay, so here are the springs out, and I inspected these rubbers over here, the rubber mounts that goes on the top, and they are not of a thick type. They are the standard type. They are about 12mm in thickness. So these are absolutely crucial, so I cannot do anything about them. If they were the thicker type, I could go with the narrower size. So I cannot do anything. I cannot cut from the top because that's a different shape that needs to be like that. But on the other side we have this shape, which you will be able to cut just a bit, like because this is, if I take like 12mm from the bottom of this spring, that equates to 24mm. So I am going to calculate that accordingly and take 50mm from the bottom of this spring, and that will do the job. And then I'll go ahead, clean up, wash it, clean it, and then put some nice paint on it, and then I'll put them back. But at the same time, inspect your bushings as well. Move the lower control arm, make sure that bushing and that bushing over there is in good shape, because it's a great time to do so. So I've marked off exactly 70 millimeter from the bottom of these springs, and I'm going to cut them. Okay, that's what I actually cut off from the bottom of these springs. I have cleaned these using degreaser and rag, and it's perfectly clean. Let's put some good coat on them to make them shine again. Now they reasonably look good. Let's go ahead and put them back on the car. Okay, it's done. Let's drop the car from the stand and check the height. Okay, let's go for a quick test drive so that the suspension can sit properly where it should. Okay, so I think I have achieved what I wanted to. It's now much level. Let's go ahead and check it out. So if you want to gain an inch of lowering, you need to cut about 3 inches off your spring. Okay, now this is almost 55 from the edge of the fender, and that's the back, and the front almost 50, 55, 50, so pretty much level. So great achievement. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, liking, subscribing. Have a great day. Bye.
Let's go.
3, 2,